Hey guys, it's Chris here with Strength and Steel Reviews, and today we are reviewing Keppi Fitness's Adjustable Bench 6000. Now, Keppi markets this as a budget-friendly adjustable bench, and I think there are two distinguishing factors, ultimately, that make this worthy of your consideration. One, it has a decline sit-up attachment, and two, it has those fancy little elbow pads that everyone loves so much. The ones that were made famous primarily through Prime Fitness, we have them here. The question is, do those two distinguishing features, along with this price point, make this worthy of your hard cash, or is this a hard pass? Let's talk about it. All right, so first off, let's get the price out of the way. I know you guys like that. This bench, at the time of this video, cost $369.99, and Keppi Fitness did send this to me, though my review will be, as always, honest and transparent. Number two, if by the end of this video you do like this bench, I'll include an affiliate link in the description. If you want it, buy it through there, support the channel. Okay, so I guess we're self-filming now since my wife abandoned me because my son was crying and required attention. Totally unreasonable, but we're gonna push through regardless. So this back pad is pretty thick. It's about 11.4 inches wide. It's 2.75 inches thick. And there's actually a 1.5 inch gap between the seat pad and the back pad, which is not an inconsiderable amount, especially if those zero gap pads interest you from Rep Fitness or that new ABX bench from Freak Athlete. This is not that. One of the many compromises that you make when buying a mid-tier, budget-friendly adjustable bench. There is a gap. So overall, I'll say the pad is pretty comfortable. This isn't the high level of quality that you might expect from something like Rogue Fitness or Rep Fitness. This is Keppi Fitness. But to me, not as an engineer, but as a personal trainer, and more importantly, as someone who just loves working out and has been doing it for 2 decades and intends on doing it until he dies, I could tell you that the padding on this bench is just fine. I don't love this 1.5 inch gap between the seat and the back pad, but it's manageable. Okay, my wife has returned to my side after abandoning me, so we have help again. Overall, beyond just this padding, this bench to me was of a way higher quality than I had anticipated. When I was taking it out of the box back here and I was putting it together, I was continually remarking upon how well made it is. I mean, all the numbers are laser cut. The front handle is knurled, it's aluminum. This steel is of a pretty high quality, and the degrees, there's like 11 different angles for the back pad, and it has my favorite degree, which is 37.5. To me, that is the right angle for incline pressing. Some people like 45, some people like 30, but ultimately it depends upon you. And for me, 37.5 is perfect, and I love that they have that number. Some just have 30 and 45. Something else I really like about just how you adjust the back pad or the seat is they have a pop pin system. They don't have the ladder system. To me, the pop pin system, way more efficient, way more intuitive, way easier to use. I have the ladder system on my Rogue Adjustable Bench 3.0, and it's just clunky and clumsy. I think this is the better way to do it, and so I vastly prefer this. Now, something I don't love is the front foot. The front foot plate is really narrow. I like a broader surface area so that it remains balanced no matter what kind of pressing movement I'm doing. That said, despite the size of the foot plate, I think this bench is pretty balanced. It's not wiggling much. It is pretty reliable. I haven't had any trouble with it. Still, I would like a broader surface area for the front. The seat, I think, has 8 different adjustments, which is nice too. And it's that same pop pin system. And overall, the bench supports up to 1,500 pounds, which is obviously important because I lift an incredible, insane amount of weight. So capping near 1,500 pounds is something I need to know just for safety reasons. Now, for me, for most of us home gym owners, one of the most important things with any piece of equipment, especially an adjustable bench, is you want to be able to store it. So initially, I thought with the decline sit-up attachment that I wouldn't be able to store this vertically. I was in great dismay. But I have since then learned the error of my ways. You can stand it vertically. You just have to take off the decline sit-up attachment, which I'll discuss in a moment. But it does sit vertically, which is excellent. Now, if you do have the decline sit-up attachment on here, you won't be able to. Now the good news is you're able to remove this pretty easily. The bad news is storing this is not fun at all. I have nowhere obvious to put it. It's different with these elbow pads, which I'll discuss in a moment. These literally attach beneath the bench, and I absolutely love that because I hate trying to find an additional piece to store. And to me, this is a big negative. I really do like a decline sit-up. I think the ability to do decline presses is great, but finding a place for this makes me wonder if it's worthwhile. Let me show you how to use it. And so applying the decline leg attachment is really simple. You just slide the Biz. Stop petting the bird skeleton. It's not even a real bird skeleton. I'm filming a review. I knew I should have kept self-filming. You gotta take risks, people. Gotta take risks. All right, so you take the front end of the decline leg attachment, you slide it right in, secure the pop pin, secure it again, okay? Then all you do is grab another pop pin, pop, 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 and then you move your bench to an incline position, creating a decline bench. And so, now that we have our decline bench, I should show you how to use it. And here we are. I don't really use decline. Oh no, look at this. Can we adjust the bench while being on the bench? Nope, we can't, okay. And so we have to shoot another take because I realized you also have to adjust the seat position so it's facing downward. Otherwise your head hits the seat pad. You don't want to hit your head against the seat pad. I mean, it's not really gonna hurt because it's just a pad, but you just probably don't want to do it. So here I am in the decline position where all your dreams come true. I don't really use a decline position that often. I don't use it for presses because most often the lower section of the chest is developed more easily than the upper or the mid. So usually I'm doing incline presses or flat presses. And the only other exercise that I would do here would be a decline sit-up. And I do love decline sit-ups. It's true. I just hate how you can't store this thing easily. It kills me. I don't like that. And if it's just for one exercise, for me, I'm sure many of you know plenty more that you could do on this bench utilizing this attachment. But for me to have this additional piece just for decline sit-ups, I'm not sure if that's worthwhile. But that's not just for me to decide, that's also for you to decide. All right, so beyond the decline sit-up attachment, we also have these cute little elbow pads that so many other reviewers seem to hold in such high regard. Now, I think these were first spotted on Prime Fitness's bench, but I said this before, I say it again, I love that when you're not using them, you can store them in here. I think that's terrific. Now, when you do set it up, hey, got it. When you do set it up, there are these little slots on the frame where you can position them. And it's pretty simple. You pick a spot in the frame and boom. All of a sudden, you've got your cute little elbow pads ready to go. Now, a lot of people love these for incline curls in particular. Incline curls are great for hitting the long head. A lot of people think you can specifically target the long head with a decline curl. Realistically, you're just biasing it a little bit. You're gonna be hitting the short head and the long head. My wife just had a coughing fit, so here we are doing another take. Hopefully I'm picking up at the correct spot. We're gonna find out. Back to critiquing these elbow pads along with everything else. So, God, what a breeze. We got planes, we got a heavy breeze, we've got golfers. The world rides against us. And my wife is coughing and my baby is crying. You know what, I don't wanna do this review. I'm getting out of here. We're done. Hey, I'm back. I think I should, I'm done. Okay, so the elbow pads. God, I have no idea where I left off. The elbow pads, the elbow pads. So the elbow pads are nice to have. I would prefer to have something before me so I could do preacher curls. To me, these kind of limit my ability to drive my elbows further back to stretch my biceps more. I guess it is nice for stability, but I don't find them to be a game changer. I really don't. They're nice to have if you like the elbow pads and you greatly appreciate that stability, then they're nice to have. And again, there's no harm in having them since they actually store somewhere, unlike the decline sit-up attachment. And that's it. That's my review of Keppi Fitness's adjustable bench, Bench6000. The word bench is actually repeated twice. Oh, and I should mention that the price here at $369.99 is not cheap. So some of you might be really angry and you're gonna scream at me in the comments and tell me that it's not a budget-friendly bench. I said a mid-tier budget-friendly bench. So yeah, it's pretty close to Rep Fitness's Nighthawk bench, which is I think $469.99. If you're willing to spend like an extra 80 bucks, that's probably a more worthwhile purchase. But if you really like the decline position and you really like these cute little elbow pads, those are fine additions that may make this a worthwhile purchase. So if you're interested, check out that link in the description. And if you have not subscribed, what are you doing? Subscribe. Obviously you want more of this. And let me know in the comments, do you want my lovely, beautiful, oh so special wife filming more often? Or do you prefer when I'm alone and separate, filming by myself, alone? I don't do well alone, which is why more of you should subscribe and leave me scornful comments. Please do. Otherwise, you have a great day. Stay strong and stay steely. I'll catch you in the next one. Adios.